Yes. Welcome to the hour of the goblin. I know I'm in pitch black, okay. Because light hurts right now. First Trove stream since I got back. I know it's the middle of the night. Well, it's getting there. Hi guys. You'll have to pardon me. My energy is going to be very low. I was planning on streaming earlier today, but I don't know, man. I feel terrible. Like, I'll of course end up having another video that's going to talk about it in more detail and junk, but basically our house ended up having you know, COVID was spreading between the family members, right? And I know that I caught it because I had it like a long time ago, and it doesn't really affect me that much. It just kind of keeps me like, oh, my muscles are sore even though I didn't work out today, kind of thing. The only reason I'm even bringing this up is because right now I feel like god awful, but I can tell that this is just different. This is just like a cold that just randomly happened up. I think because the weather's been getting a lot colder, and I haven't been dressing properly for it. So anyways, let's do the most exciting thing that you can do in this video game. Let's do some unboxing, right? Because I gotta get these I gotta get these opened. Oh, it was snowing where you are, Spooky? It's not snowing where we are at yet. Hey G-Man, hey Swuff, hey Joe, hi everyone else. Not to bunch you all up into a category. But yes, thank you for the kind supportive words, guys. I have been seeing the comments and stuff. Yeah, I've been reading them on my phone, even if I don't get to reply to all of them. It means a lot, you know, because oh, it's been non-stop, man. Even now, like, it still feels like we haven't really had time to slow down. Mariko and I keep saying how, like, we need to just have, like, our own little vacation, just the two of us. Because the funny thing is, even though I ended up taking all this time off, most of all, we just been... I don't think Mariko and I have had, like, a single night just to ourselves, excluding the night that we got married, which was a couple weeks ago. Otherwise, you know, there's always just been other people around, which is fine. It's not like that's a negative thing, but it's just, you know, we can kind of both feel the taxingness of it. Whatever. You know what I mean. But for tonight, I just thought, okay, screw it. I feel unwell anyways. Let's just stream, because then at least I can chill with you guys for emotional support. But if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take this Tylenol. I've already taken a little too many Tylenols today, but I just, like my neck, and I have like a migraine, and it's just like, bleh. So, like, that's the thing, Waver, like, we kind of had our honeymoon. It doesn't really count as far as I'm concerned, but basically after the wedding night, or after the wedding day, like, we left individually and stayed at a motel, or hotel, whatever. And it was like a really fancy place. It was very expensive, and it was very cool. But unfortunately, you know, we had to check out in the morning, so we left like right away. And then immediately we're thrown back into like chilling with family and friends and stuff. And there was a lot of people over and everything. And, you know, it was all good. And then the virus started slowly spreading around, and it was like, okay, now we gotta wear masks. Now we gotta like not hug anybody and junk. And I felt really good like a day or two ago, and then I think my mistake right now with whatever's going on is I left the window open all night, not realizing how cold it is. And it just kind of left me like, bleh. Hey, Bobby. Do you guys like this riveting gameplay, by the way? Because I got these boxes, and I gotta open them. They're here. Did they change the sigil or they did change the sigil. That was in the Boomeranger update, if you didn't already catch it. Oh, I wanted to mention to you guys as well, it should be starting today. Is it midnight yet? Well, it's not midnight for me yet, but it should be starting today because it's Tuesday where we're gonna have the Shadows Eve event. I didn't watch the Trove developer live stream yet. I haven't had the chance because, you know, I just been feeling so crappy, and then every chance that I get of free time, we've been spending doing other stuff. But the dev live stream, I'm pretty sure, showed the new event because their thumbnail showed like a bunch of new costumes and stuff. One of them actually looked really, really good. It's like a full skeleton costume for Neon Ninja, I think. But they kind of hinted that they were going to be talking about the new event and stuff. So I'm assuming that'll go up, not on reset, but it's going to go up like Tuesday during the day usually. Because that's what mostly happens. I mean, honestly, I guess, let's be real here, that costume for Neon Ninja is probably just in a new store pack. Right? There's gonna be normal pumpkin dungeons, but they usually kind of just recycle the lunar plunge event to where you go around picking stuff up. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be the same old Shadows Eve event where we're gonna have all the pumpkin junk and the few dungeons and junk, but I don't know why the loot collector is so janky like that. I might end up streaming another game today as well. You know, usually I'm very particular with the games that I end up playing on the channel, though you wouldn't notice it. But there's like this other game that just came out recently that is like kind of, it just came out, but it's trying to be like a retro shooter. And personally, like, I love those games, even though I don't play them very much on the channel. And I kind of want to stream that tonight. Just because. I could record it and stuff, but it's like, I don't care to do like fully produced videos on it. I just want to play it. So we'll probably play that after we're done with Trove. But we'll be playing Trove for a while. I don't really have like a set time or anything of how long I want to play. I just wanted to chill with you guys. It's like gonna be full on like, oh, this is a live stream. There is no plan. No, you can go to sleep, scientist. Don't worry, bud. Although I do appreciate it. It's the thought that counts, right? Yeah. I went from Steam Deck unboxing to gem unboxing. You mean watching people unbox the Steam Deck? Or you got one? Because if you got one, that's pretty crazy. When my buddy ended up coming out for the wedding, he had one. And it's pretty cool. I don't care about it, but it's pretty neat. And then, oh, that was the other big thing. I know most of you guys won't care that much, but I got really pumped about it. Is Konami finally actually developing a new video game? They're making a new Silent Hill game. So they're supposed to have an announcement stream or something like that in a couple days. So I'll try to co-stream it, although they didn't end up having like a specific link to the live stream or video, probably a premiere or something. The developers behind it, though, are the Layers of Fear / Blair Witch games, which has me worried that they're gonna make it first person, which just doesn't really work with Silent Hill in my eyes, but hey, whatever, beggars can't be choosers. Konami actually developing video games, I mean, hey. When does Shadows Eve come out? Again, I would assume it's gonna come out today because it's Tuesday. Probably later in the day. Usually they don't have the event show up on the daily reset. They have it show up like sometime midday. Oh, you do got a Steam Deck. Nice, man. Sweet. Congrats. Dev showed a debuff you'll get from delve bosses and stuff. It gives you berserk randomly or something. Thankfully, you can remove it. Ew! Why would they think that that's a good thing? That's stupid. Okay, whatever. Whoops. How many classes do I have at 40 KPR? Like 1? I only have my physical set of gems And then I need to work on my magic set of gems, which that's going to be the next big project. I'm not really looking forward to it, honestly speaking. I don't really know what class I want to main for that, because that's going to be a long grind, dude. And it's kind of just about speed. Speed farming and doing it on gem day. That's the biggest thing. One guy on Xbox who's gotten 33,000 Paragon levels and has recorded every 1,000 on YouTube. Cool, man. Sweet. If Paragon levels actually gave you like stats or anything whatsoever other than just a resource, maybe I would actually be a little bit more inclined to grind it, but I do not care. Like, Paragon levels are just okay. It's cool that some people are like really getting into it, but even then it's like, I don't really care. I'm doing okay, She Love Jay. Emotionally, I feel fine. I feel great. I just feel a bit sick right now, as you can probably tell. Yeah, I know. I'd probably be leaning towards Dino Tamer just because speed, but what are some tips to get stronger? I'm at 24k Vanguard, but most of my gems are filled with maximum health, but the Chaos Changer is difficult to get. Yes, it is. Welcome to the game. So, increasing your, like, swapping the gem stats isn't going to increase your PR per se. That's most of all just going to be, okay, you'll have more stats, thus you can do higher tier dungeons, thus you can potentially get drops that will end up helping you level up your gems, or just get higher tiered crystal gear. That's all you can really do at that point. Otherwise, dragons will be another big thing that you may or may not be missing a lot of. We're almost done, gamers. Almost got these stupid gems over and done with. Nah, Bard's not my thing, man. I'm not a fan. Thanks, Esham. Appreciate you, man. I asked you about a server where I posted regular updates if you'd rather follow that. Oh, did you have a server, Potato? Yeah, sorry. I still haven't gotten back to my DMs because, like I said, like my health has just been like up and down, up and down. Just when I start feeling really good and start getting back into all the computer stuff, then suddenly it's just like, oh, I feel terrible now, so. That's why, like, even yesterday, like, I wasn't feeling that great yesterday, and so I was like, yeah, alright, fine, I'll kind of just chill, take the night off. And then tonight I was kind of feeling the same thing, but honestly I feel pretty guilty that I haven't had videos more regularly again, and so it's like, nah, I gotta do stuff. Oh, like favorite costume video or something, Soul? Is that what you mean? Because I've thought about it. I thought about sharing like, oh, I think these are really cool. Yeah, I'll write that down. That's a good idea. I don't know when I'll get around to it. Honestly, I got so many ideas that are like written down, but the other what I really want to do is I really want to do a video talking about like class ideas, because we've explored a lot of different class ideas during live streams, but I've never really had like a dedicated video talking about like, oh, this would be such a cool class idea in Trove, or this would be a cool class idea in Trove, and so on and so forth. Oh my god, dude, after years, this is pretty momentous, dude. I've had one inventory slot just stockpiled with these gem boxes. So for those of you that don't know, normally I don't even bother opening these because I just feel like it's a waste of time. But now, obviously, we got the crystal gems, so gem dust is very important. And I basically had one stat get to 9999, and then I was getting another set of cosmic gem boxes, and then I just kept trying to open those because I was like, okay, this is getting problematic. And slowly chipped away at this, and then today I just figured like, okay, we got like... I think I opened like 1,000 or something like off camera before I started streaming, and then it was like, okay, I'll just do the rest on stream. Yeah, I know, Joe. That's the thing. Like, once I got to 1 stack on my cosmic gems, I kept opening boxes because I didn't want to get more. Honestly, at that point, I would probably just, like, delete them. Like, it's just... It made me think, actually, like, a good solution that they could end up doing is make it so that you can just loot collect the gem box. Even if it would give you, like, less gem dust overall, just make it so that I could loot collect the gem dust box, or the gem box, for gem dust. That would be the equivalent of a radiant gem. And then that's it. So you don't get, like, the stellar gem or the rare items or anything like that, you know? Trove needs a lot more things like that. Like, just for quality of life assurance, you know? Excuse me. PC players with mods for opening those boxes. Yes, I know, G-Man. If I was on console, I would just outright delete these. But, I mean, you guys at least, like, can just mash the A button. It's actually, like, some stuff is actually easier with a controller, believe it or not. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying, Zerfy, is just deleting the gem box to get the gem dust. But it would be you'd have to loot collect them, because when you delete an item, like, it just gets deleted, like, outright. Alright, there we go. Done and done. I finally have the extra inventory slot. Now I gotta get rid of all this stupid food. Wait, what are these? Oh, these are bomb skins. Uh-oh. Show me the price, dang it. 2,500. I don't even care. I just want to get rid of these. I forget who gave me these. If you're watching, I'm so sorry. Someone gave me these for a giveaway item, and this is exactly why I don't, like, accept many giveaway items anymore. Because usually they just kind of end up clogging up my inventory. You know what? Oh, I can't trade the washed carrots. Crap. What about the kelp? I can't get rid of that either? I should just delete them. Somebody buy these. I don't care if you flip them. There we go. Because I need the inventory space, man. Like, that's the big thing that I'm always struggling with. You wouldn't think so, but with the amount of farming that I end up doing, it's just... Blech. Hey, Val. Oh! It is at 3 a.m. for the New World update. Well, I guess we're not going to play Cultic tonight, guys. That's the retro shooter I was referencing earlier. I guess we're going to be playing a New World tonight. Hell yeah, dude. If you guys don't know New World, I streamed it a while back when it first came out. It's one hell of an RPG. It's a great MMO. Yes, Joe, reinstall it. Let's do a co-stream. We can be in the call together, dude. I'm totally down. Except that you're probably too weak to go to the desert. Unfortunately, but frankly speaking, I gotta level up my greatsword, which is the new weapon that they're adding in New World. So I'm down, dude. If you're still awake, Joe, I'm totally down. Hell yeah. I didn't know. I saw the post, Val, but I didn't see that it was gonna be at 3 a.m. So that's cool. Yeah, exactly. It's Tease Gaming. That's what we're talking about, man. And I mean, you guys know me. I love my greatswords, dude. I feel like they're missing in Trove, frankly speaking. Okay, what do we want to do? Delve Day. Ooh. La-di-da. You know what? Let's do... We just opened a bunch of gem boxes. Let's do something else that's just a waste of time. Let's do my 5 stars, because I haven't even done my 5-star weeklies in weeks now. You know, just married man, you know, these things just aren't important. Once Sorry, no, it's not like I cared that much about doing 5 stars in the first place, frankly speaking. Oh, man. I think, okay, I gotta be careful, dude. I can feel myself getting, like, excited and everything. I think that's the Tylenol pill kicking in, so I gotta tone my energy down appropriately, because otherwise I'm gonna overexert myself. Where's a 5-star? Why am I doing it this way? Yeah, so To clarify, just because I know some people might be just tuning in and they're like, what? Great sword? What the hell? We're not talking about Trove. You know that Amazon MMO game called New World? Me and my buddies were super duper into it. It's such a great game. It genuinely is. But we stopped playing it for a very, very long time because there just wasn't really any reason to keep playing. There wasn't much of an end game, whatever. But they got a new update coming out later tonight, which is a big one that adds like a desert. It adds a great sword weapon, which, you know. So I'm really looking forward to streaming that tonight. Yeah, that's okay though, Joe. Like, I'm perfectly fine with chilling with you in New World because, frankly speaking, they overhauled a lot of the early game. And I'm fine just tagging along with you because I need to level up my weapon art with the new weapon from scratch anyways. So I'm totally cool with just chilling with you, doing early quests and junk, checking out all the new zones. No problem, man. What is this even called? What's the bouncing mount called again, guys? Dear God. How do I not know what it's called? Has it been that long? Is it in my recently equipped? Oh my God, we got a monkey mask. Bounder. Bounder. Crying out loud. I knew it started with B-O. Thank you. It's been too long. How did I forget? Oh God, am I appearing online? No, I was not. Now I am. So if you guys want to tag along, we're going to go up to floor 73 to get our weekly done. I did do videos on Smite. I didn't do any live streams. And I did do a couple videos on WoW, but it's not my thing. I loved Smite. That is, in my opinion, one of the best MOBA games. Had a lot of fun with that one. Oh, Vol. Yeah, that would work as well, Joe. But... Whoops. Wait, where's the objective? Why is it... Oh, there we go. I don't know why I can't see it. Wait, what? King Koba? The heck is that? Oh God. Sorry, I'll check that in a second. I don't know if you're memeing or just talking about an ally that is really, really cool. Die. I'll just activate that. Wait, what is this? 400 light, 10 movement speed, chance to reduce ability to cooldowns when a nearby enemy dies. Oh, that's another Paragon one. That one's really good. That is not the best. It is really, really good. That would be the best item for a lot of classes, though. I really should craft all of the Paragon items. They are the best allies in the game. But I'm always using a physical class, so I'm always just using Ernie. Have you heard of Valoron? Oh, that garbage. Yeah. Yes, I have. And the fact that I called it garbage, now you know that I've played it. Oh. I want to be excited for Valoron, but it's bad. It's so bad. Like, it's broken, it's basic, it doesn't have anything going for it yet, and it copies everything about Cube World, including all the negative things, like Pitch Black Nighttime. Hey, Squid! That's our new sound because I don't want to hurt my throat. Oh, God. Is there a max level for Paragon? No, there is not, because the way that Paragon levels work is you get to Paragon level 1000, and then it resets back to 1. You don't even get like a little star by your name or anything. As far as I know, it just outright resets, which is kind of lame. Even Roblox does it better. Seriously. Do you have a favorite MMO? Bruh, I'm almost playing Trove for 8 years, so I don't even know if that, like, is that a troll question? I'm kidding. I mean, I'm just saying, like, obviously Trove, man. Trove is one of the only games that I've consistently, like, continued playing over years and years and years and haven't gotten tired of. Because I was thinking about it earlier, about, like, all the other games that I've played on the channel and all the other MMOs that I've played on the channel. And none of them stick, man. I don't know. I'm just not the type that can, like, force myself to play a game that I don't like. I think most of all because I used to do that back in the day. Like, I thought that's what it meant to be, like, successful at YouTube, was like, oh, I gotta play these games because they're popular. I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out, obviously, with how much everything fluctuates with the channel. But Trove is, Trove's the only one where I kind of figured it out, and now I keep trying to use the same formula that I use for Trove on other games, but it just doesn't always work. Also, I'm just into weird-ass games, like that Scorn game. Nobody on the channel is interested in that game. That is not my audience, but I like that game. Yes, Swuff, I know. We've all gotten older. Except for me, where I'm basically the same person. I just got a bit wider. How do you get that mount you have? It's the Volatile Bounder. It's from Bomber Royale Season 3. So you gotta grind Bomber for it, unfortunately. It is basically the best mount in the entire game, just because, as you can see, it bounces you way up into the air. Hey, here again! How you doing, bud? Been a while. Have you quit Genshin? No, I did not. I know. I'm sorry I haven't played Genshin in a while. I mean, as you can see, I haven't even played Trove in a while, so I'm getting back into things. I know I missed that weird Mondstadt event in Genshin. I have been keeping track of it. I do want to start streaming the desert. But what can I say? Cyno just left a bad taste in my mouth. I was so disappointed in that character. No, but that's what I mean. See, some of you guys are like the hardcore fans. Well, hardcore fans. Do I even say that? It's like, there's a lot of you guys that like go the extra mile of being there for all the live streams and checking out my other videos and stuff. But the general audience, you know, is interested in blocky pixel Trove voxel games, right? So I'm just saying, like, it's like, as far as YouTube is concerned, like, if I had an agent, they'd be like, bro, don't play Scorn on the channel, and I'd be like, you're fired. No, I genuinely loved that game. Like, I want to make a video talking about the story of it. I have a video review that has already been recorded and stuff, and it just, so far that might be my game of the year, dude. I'm not even kidding. So good. You know what's funny? When you guys talk about missing Shadow Towers, you want to know what the crazy thing is? That I think Trove has probably, like, Trove is almost at the point where Shadow Towers have been out of the game for longer than they've been in. It's not there yet, but that's gonna be crazy. And yet we still, like, remember it so fondly. Even though, let's be real here, Shadow Towers have always sucked, but Delves are just worse. Yeah, you can send... Oh, you did send an invite. Okay, Potato. Thank you, bud. Yes, Joe, I know. That, I mean, that's the dream, right? Joe and me always talk about how, like, big-time YouTubers, man, they don't understand how good they got it, where they can just be, like, a variety content creator and just create content on whatever the hell they want, right? I wish, man. I mean, I'm still doing it anyways, because I believe being true to myself is more important than chasing the views. But, you know, that does come with side effects. Speedrunning another game. I didn't speedrun Scorn. I just got through that game really quick because I'm so big brain. Except for, like, one puzzle that took me, like, 20 minutes to do. That game was so short, unfortunately. But, the more I sit with it, man, like that... Oh, that game. Whew. Everyone's hating on it, but it's got such a good story. legitimately, like... Elden Ring DLC win. Well... Don't tell anybody I told you this, but... people have data mined DLC items out of Elden Ring in the most recent update. Shh. So it's coming. I'm not kidding. People ended up finding like DLC haircuts and stuff, and it's all barbarian themed, which goes with what we expected because apparently the next area is going to end up being barbarian stuff. Can you read my message? I'm trying to keep up. I'm sorry if I missed some of them, my dude. What's your Solarian build? It's just standard DPS. You know how it is. Damage and movement speed. That's how I always build them. If you want to be more damage, of course, you would sacrifice the movement speed for crit damage instead of... yeah. Attack speed, crit damage instead of movement speed. But yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up. Yeah, so there was a leak about like the Elden Ring DLC, but we're kind of waiting to see whether or not it's 100% factual. Basically, they had a big leak of Bandai Namco announcements, which one of them was supposed to be Little Nightmares 3, which would be beautiful. Haha, so they have a new type of bot, I see. Interesting, but get destroyed. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to... Oh, what do you think about boosting crystal gems? My opinion is that it took way too much dust. Maybe it's because I'm not at U11 yet. Yeah, I kind of already have videos specifically talking about whether or not you should update or upgrade your gems and stuff, because I don't think that everybody should do it. Like, literally, upgrading a gem from stellar to crystal is just something endgame players should be concerned with. If you are not like close to maxed out PR, don't even bother, because you can just get a replacement set of gems from U11, and even then, don't break your back doing it, man, because it's one heck of a grind and not necessarily in the best method. Like, I don't know, it's not the best. Crystal gems are kind of I don't know if I like their implementation, but I do appreciate the fact that we can upgrade them. So, Candy Barb and Elden Ring, yes. Yeah, the reason why though She Love J is because obviously like all the mod and member names, like they stand out to me because they have a different color. So that's why I can read their comments like really easily. But it's difficult to see everyone else's comments. I'm trying, but YouTube chat on my end kind of sucks because the chat is like so small and just like I see like 5 messages and then they're already spammed out. Not to mention anytime like we have one of those stupid bots show up or whatever. For some reason YouTube doesn't remove their message. It tells me this message was deleted and I just get spammed out even more. Oh yeah, I guess I could pop out the chat. It always bothers me, but you're right. Let's see. Pop out chat. New pinned chat. You can pin a message to the... That's not new. Okay. It didn't really allow me to see more messages for some reason. It just made it, like, wider. Okay. Weird. 2 weeks into Genshin, level 37. Level 37, or you mean AR 37? Because if you're AR 37, that's about right, and it's gonna start slowing down from then on because everything's time gated, frankly speaking. Most of all, it's just gonna be doing story stuff. I buy a crystal converter with some qubits. Do I loot collect the crystal and try to get another one? Or let it and don't transform my max stellar? What? Sorry, Tom, you're asking about whether you should upgrade the gem or just scrap it and save the converter? I mean, if it doesn't have perfect stats, then there's no point really upgrading it. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting we got the new update as well with the boomer. So now we've got, we can get crystal drops out of these chests. Not that we've gotten, like, any, I don't think, but... The candy dragon? Yeah, I mean, frankly speaking, at least the candy dragon is doable, right? There's so many of the dragons that are just, like, really, really difficult to obtain. Time consuming is not something I would consider difficult. Thanks, water bottle. Appreciate you, man. No, it's okay, Koala. But yeah, generally around AR 37 is when the game slows down. That's why so many people quit around then. Like, let's be real here. Because most players on Genshin are going to be most likely to spend money on the game from the start of the game to around AR 40. And so they do not have the game streamlined for anyone endgame, because they know that anyone who's endgame is less likely to spend money. Like, let's be real, that's what it's about. Even though I've spent way too much money on Genshin. And I did it after I was, like, super invested into the game, so... But most people, it's just, I'll throw money at it. For me, with Genshin, it was more so like, wait, why would I spend money on, like, this chance of getting a character when I can just end up spending money to buy, like, a video game? Like, outright. Later, Zerfy! Have a good one, man. Also, hey, Ash. How many PR do you think you need to get to U11 alone? I'm almost 30k PR and... wait. Wait, what do you mean alone? So, it says 30k PR. So... Unless you're talking about being able to solo it, in which case, yeah, you're probably gonna need like 7 to 8k light, and maybe around 35k PR, somewhere around then, to actually handle U11. At least solo it. But frankly speaking, if you can enter U11, I'd say go leech, because then you'll be able to get your hands on crystal gems from other people. And some people don't like it, but it's like, you know. Yeah, like Swift said, even at 35k PR, you're still going to have difficulty with U11, especially if you do the Sundered Uplands biome. 37k and 8k light. Yeah, that's about right, Koala. But yeah, I would just say follow people around, because even though, like, there's a stigma in video games with people leeching, and I get it in most games, but in Trove, you are not punished for, like, following people around or grouping with them or whatever, and so it just never really bothered me, which is one of the things that I love about Trove. Fun fact, did you guys know, once upon a time, one of the worst updates possible almost ended up completely ruining this video game, where the devs decided to make a really, really broken group function. So you could no longer receive gear with random people, and instead you had to party up with them. Thankfully, that got removed. Because I don't know what 2 players the devs were listening to for that, but it was the one time that everybody came together to just say, like, this is the stupidest idea you could possibly do. And the devs had to respond, and it was great. That doesn't happen very often. Usually they put updates out and pretend that, like, it's great. Yeah, the tethering system. Exactly, dude. Oh, God, so dumb. So if my gems are maxed out, I'm not 30k light yet. I did something right. You can never get 30k light. What? So for light, you can only get that on cosmic gems. So that's where your weak link would be for your light, is cosmic gems and crystal gear. all of your other gems don't really matter. That's just going to be for your primary stats, which obviously you want to have stronger primary stats, but oh, sorry, you meant PR. Oh, so all your gems are maxed out and you're not 30k PR yet. Did you do something wrong? Well, do you have them fully augmented? Because that would be the next step. And then otherwise you get a lot of power rank from dragons. Lots of extra stats, lots of PR from them. It's actually kind of annoying how much of the game relies on you having a lot of dragons. Especially with so many of the dragons. Just the dragon system in general being so broken. Let's be real. Yeah, primordial dragons especially, they give a lot of PR because they end up boosting your stats with those specific gems. Yeah, primordial dragons would do one. That'd be a big one because, yeah. Later, Waver. Thanks, bud. Have a good one, man. I gotta... Sorry, guys. I'm gonna change to a more lazy... Ah, that's so much better. My other hat needs washed, so it was just kind of making me itchy. But I don't like washing my merch hats because for some reason the underlip is green. And then I gotta use a Sharpie marker to make it black because otherwise it just goes invisible on the green screen. That's my new song I'm writing on. Why does Vanguard feel so mushy now? I don't know. What? What does mushy mean? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Ugh. Ah, it's my neck and my head, dude. That's the biggest things that are just bugging me right now. Let's just keep doing this until we get to like wave 100, right? Or whatever the highest value is, because why not? Which dragons give you light? I don't know specifically. You'd have to just go through the list and check. Mushy as in squishy? Is Vanguard squishy though? Vanguard's not bad. He's not as squishy as Neon Ninja. I got tired with Genshin, unfortunately. I honestly, dude, that's kind of how I've been feeling lately too. I want to get back into it though and go through like the desert area and stuff, but generally the way that I play Genshin now is a lot more like slack. I just don't like how they're designing the game, you know? Like, I'm kind of sick of how time-gated they make everything. Because it's like, even when you're exploring the world, it's like, oh, dude, there's this new cool pyramid in the desert. How do I get in? Oh, it's tied to some quest that's also time-gated and because it's tied to a world quest. Wow, cool. What a great inventive way to keep players coming back the day after, rather than actually just giving them something fun to do. Like... So I've kind of unsubscribed from like doing all the random events and junk like that for Prima Gems and junk in Genshin. At least right now, I might get back into it. But I do still want to explore, and I do still want to end up doing the world quests and stuff like that for sure. Just so I can dump on how bad the writing is. Or how bad it's gotten. Do you think I can 45 KPR with all primordial dragons and around 20 in general max gems? What? No. Wait, what do you mean in 20 in max gems? Sorry, I don't really understand how you were phrasing that, Koala. Generally you are going to have crystal gems in order to even start reaching those types of high level of PR. I don't think you need to have your crystal gems completely maxed out to reach 45k, but at the very least I would recommend you have your cosmic gems maxed out. Oh, 20 dragons with maxed out gems. Honestly, 45k is just a number. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, but I don't know, dude. It's pretty difficult to reach 45k, let alone 46k. Like, dragons add quite a bit of PR. But I don't know, man. I mean, if that's where you're at, just try it and see. But again, you don't really get anything for 45k other than bragging rights. I have a hat and staff C4, but only only 3 levels on my staff, 0 on my hat, and I have 2 on my C2 face maxed out. Crystalline Cora, so long to. Oh, you were just saying in general. I thought you were asking a question. Sorry. But yeah, that's about right. Like, you're going to struggle with leveling up C4 gear. I do, and I'm end game. Like, C4 gear sucks. It genuinely is broken with how, like, difficult and expensive it is. Later, Azurum. Also, thank you. Is getting a permatorch worth the hassle? Yes. If you're end game, yes. It's kind of like the permatorch was like the one thing that I was missing. And then as soon as I got it, it was like, oh, I'm strong now. Even then, like, I don't have myself like completely 100% maxed out. Most of all, I'm just missing like a lot of mastery and junk, but doesn't really matter that much, honestly speaking. Hey, Blue Dot. Sad I missed the Scorn stream. It's all right, man. Yeah, the funny thing is, I did not expect that game to be over as quickly as it was. But I am gonna put up a Scorn review video, and then I'm also working on a video talking about the story, because I have I'm pretty confident I understand what the Scorn story is now. Speaking of, those of you that did watch the Scorn playthrough, you guys remember the weird doggo thing? Turns out that was your character from the prologue. I know that lots of people were just theorizing about it, but I know 100% that it is. Because if you start in, like, the one thing that kind of sucks about Scorn is if you end up loading any of the levels, it like skips the cutscenes. And so there was a lot of information that I was missing because I only played through the game once and I didn't really know the impact of the different cutscenes. So I started a new file and have been playing through the game and seeing the cutscenes again. And now that I've actually beaten the whole game, it's like, oh dude, these cutscenes have weight to them. Like even the intro cutscene actually just blatantly shows your character is mutating into that weird dog thing. It's crazy. Yeah, in short, Scorn's lore is literally the description of the game, which is about life having no meaning. Sorry, not description of the game. Description of the word Scorn. If you just Google Scorn word and then you read the description, that is literally the entirety of the lore. Which is really, really cool, actually. Like, the fact that they ended up making it all work so well and so committed to the game title was crazy. Even at the end of it all, Scorn basically just means contempt, which totally works with the ending because that's all you can really feel, you know? Just I could go on and on, man. I really love that game. Even though the gameplay kind of sucked, I mean, let's be real here, it was just a over glorified puzzle game, but the story and the atmosphere was just so unique and so artistic that I can't help but love that game anyways. And I've been replaying through it like multiple times now, so and I gotta say, I hate the shooting. It's so bad. How do you feel about Overwatch 2? I haven't played it yet. I mean, well, actually I did. I played it when it was called Overwatch 1. I'm honestly, I don't really care about Overwatch 2. I'm waiting for the PvE. Like, when that gets added to the game, then I'll try it. I know of the Sifu game. Wait, look at... What? Whoa, that was weird. So that was the Boomerangers ult that made us big boy mode. And we couldn't fit through that 2-block space because our character model wasn't bigger. Our hitbox was bigger. That's weird because I don't think Lunacy does that. That's a weird... Why would they bother coding that? That means enemies would be able to hit you easier too. Like that... Okay, whatever. Strange. Very strange. But yeah, that was the boomer ult right there. Yes, Woof. So, Scorn, like, it's a double-edged sword because the gameplay is just so incredibly basic. But I feel like that was a conscious decision so that you could focus your attention on the world and, like, the lore. And it does the Elden Ring thing where it allows you to dig as deep as you want to, while not necessarily being in your face or even sharing any of the information. So a lot of it was just speculation, but the more I play it, the more it's been making sense to me. I mean, obviously with art, a lot of it is going to end up being interpreted in many, many different ways, but... Oh yeah, I forgot that new rat game came out, dude. I have it on Game Pass. That was another one I was gonna try out. Just because I played the first one, and it was a good game, but I didn't understand why it was, like, so revered. And then everyone's like, oh my god, we're so hyped for the second one, and I'm just kind of like, why? But I want to try it out, you know. Whenever people talk about a game like that, I'm always open to check it out. Do you have any tips, or there's not... What? Oh, getting flux quickly? Honestly, you gotta just kind of grind. I still should do an updated flux farming tutorial, but frankly speaking, my older videos are still pretty relevant. The only things that have changed is the new Paragon and crystal ring boxes and stuff like that. Otherwise, most of it is just the same old, same old. No, I know the model was bigger, Joe, but I didn't know that it turned the hitbox up as well. Like, that was just the first instance I'd seen it. Maybe Lunacy did it as well, but I don't know. Oh, I know, Yomi. I know, dude. That's the other thing, too, I think, with Genshin, where I kind of just... It's like they've steadily been making me less and less interested in the story, but that's kind of all Genshin's got going for it right now, and yet it's just so bad. So... I don't know. No, it wouldn't be weird if it didn't. Because lots of games do that, where it would basically be like big head mode in a game, you know? I guess it's easiest... Yeah, I guess it's easiest just to end up increasing your hitbox as well as just the entire model of your character rather than just visual. But does that mean when you end up getting big head mode in this game, do you actually get like a bigger head hitbox too? Probably not. Probably can still squeeze through doorways and stuff. I wonder if your ally can get too fat when you use the ally big thing. Ally big potion, whatever it's called. Yes. Yeah, that's because those other bigger streamers that you're talking about, She Love, that watch the chat, that's because they're not actually interested in making entertaining content. They just sit there literally just, here, you want me to be like a big time streamer? Okay, here we go. I should just be watching some other video too. And then, oh, I also gotta remember not to actually reply to any of you guys. I just kind of read it in silence. Their chat is their content. Yeah, and that's basically Twitch for you. The add-on that's putting X on the bosses. That's the Chronicles boss radar mod. But no, I see most of your guys' messages. It's just some of them, like, you know, it's kind of like, how do I respond to it, right? I'm not saying I see all of them, because you gotta understand that those big streamers also have lots and lots of mods in their chat, managing things and picking out good questions for them and junk. Did they fix the void glitch? If you're talking about the glitch that I think you're talking about, yes. However, if you're talking about some other weird thing, I have no idea. Will they ever add mod support on console? No. No. It's not gonna happen. Let's be real, man. It would be too crazy for them to end up doing it. Lots and lots of effort, lots and lots of work. And then the big reason why so many console games don't allow mods is because think of Skyrim Special Edition, where it allows mods on console, right? But you gotta think, okay, what mods actually get on console? All the ones that have been approved by the developers is a very, very big process. And frankly speaking, I don't think that Trove could even be bothered to have the devs filter through mods. I do think that there should be an option where they just have certain mods embedded into the game and maybe just have an option to turn them on or off depending on performance sake, but even that would be very, very tedious. And as far as I know, the Trove devs are actually independent of the console devs. We're big mode again. Whee! Activate, please. Thank you. I wish they would add some way to make custom costumes and styles in game. Yeah, I thought about that years ago too. If a game like Cube World can end up letting you customize your weapons, a game like Trove could easily do it. Like, come on, let's be real. The only problem though is that as you end up adding like all these custom assets, it means that the game would have to be able to load them, which would take a big hit towards performance for certain certain things people would make. Because you could imagine somebody, you know, being a jerk and making a, oh, we're over floor 73, whatever, who cares. They'd make like a hat where on the inside of it, it would have like a whole bunch of different textured blocks or something like that, specifically because it would lag out. Hello, invaders. Any tips on getting my power rank from 30k to 35k? Dragons, crystal gear, augmenting your gems. That's all you can really do at that point. Mastery will help a little bit, but not as much as you would think. Cube World was a 10 out of 10. Was. Nah, it had potential to be fantastic, and I enjoyed the old version of Cube World better than the new version. That's for darn sure. But take it from somebody who had a 50 episode Let's Play series, that game didn't really have as much content as everyone thinks it did. Let's be real, man. Oh, I see. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking too, Joe, is that the console version of Trove, like mods, exactly, like they can brick the console and stuff. So that's one of the main reasons why it just doesn't happen except to games that are like super duper popular. Like Skyrim, right? 1 million copies. I don't know how many they've sold. Hey TJ, what up, man? Wish I could hang out long. Yeah, I know it's late, man. It's all good. Thanks for dropping by. You have a good sleep. Yeah, I'm on my night owl shift, so I'm just up at night now. So also, I just know I couldn't sleep because I just feel like crap. I'm 42k and I haven't really done anything about this biome. Good. This biome sucks. Honestly, this new biome, like, suffers from the same problem that a lot of new content does in Trove, where it just adds new resources to craft new mounts and wings and whatever else. And then once you have those items, it literally becomes useless. Well, we are damaging him. He's just not taking damage. Because this boss just does that sometimes. Die. The best wave for undercharged crystals is 73. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, no, I know. We're just... I don't know. We're just going further just because why not? Just doing it for fun. Like, I'm not really worried about, like, progression tonight. I'm just kind of chilling with you guys. Night hours equals gamer hours. Yes, exactly. Also, don't forget, we got that new world update tonight. Oh, I'll probably do that. That game's, like, so fun to just mindlessly grind. I do want to stream some other stuff tonight, like, on top of that, but I'm not 100% sure what. Like, there's a random indie game that I really want to play, and so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll stream it. But I should probably stream Genshin and do a stupid story quest. Seems to be 6 new weapon types for the DLC of Elden Ring. Ooh! Yeah, I'd take all that info with a grain of salt right now, but... oof. Beautiful. Just, I mean, frankly speaking, I would just... when the DLC comes out, I'm just gonna swap back to my Moonveil build. Like... hey, Pickle! Yeah, there's definitely aspects that I hate about Genshin, but generally speaking, like, the parts that I like about it is all the stuff that they rip off from Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, I like the exploration and stuff, but they keep on locking so much of it behind the story missions now. That's where it's kind of been like, eh. Am I actually damaging him? No, I'm not. What am I missing? Food? What am I missing again? Wait. Oh, I do have Ernie. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm rocking all my full set of C4. Unless this is just the strongest we can get. We can't actually beat him. Probably. Alright. I thought we could get higher than that, but I guess not. That's okay. Eee. Don't forget, guys, we gotta stand here like idiots for a while. I know, dude. Oh, don't even get me started. God of War Ragnarok is coming so soon, dude. We got a lot of stuff coming over the next few weeks. We got whatever the Silent Hill announcement's gonna be. I hope it doesn't suck. And then we got the Resident Evil 8 DLC. I might end up replaying through Resident Evil 8 because we're gonna have the third person. I was gonna say mod, but but I don't know. We'll see. It depends. I did really, really love that game. And I'm curious to see how it functions in third person. Let me actually take a quick peek while we're waiting here. What do we got coming out soon? There's a Core Keeper event, but I don't care about that. Oh, Goat Sim 3 apparently comes out in November as well. And then God of War Ragnarok is a little over 3 weeks. And then we're gonna have what the heck is that called? The something protocol? Callisto Protocol, that's it. By the Dead Space devs. But that's in December, which I'm gonna be super busy in December. Oh, Dot, that was because you put it all in caps, dude. Nightbot just destroyed you. There's not really that much outside of that, frankly speaking, but then we got that rat game that came out that like only Ash is excited for. No, I know lots of people are stoked for that one. Wow, that's loud. Was that just insanely lucky, or did you spam pots or something? Because what did I just witness? Huh. Interesting. Did we get the dumb objective? Yeah, we did. That was, if that was lucky, that was, oh, Jojo, yeah, you did just get insanely lucky. Yeah, because that was like, it triggered an ult, which triggered an ult, which triggered an ult, like. Yeah, I'll try that rat game, Ash. I'll try it. Even if I do just like one-off stream of it, I'll try it out. Because, I kind of have to. Because Xbox keeps giving me Game Pass for free, so long as I keep making videos about it. That's not the only reason why I want to do it. But honestly, I do like playing like all these random games, and I do like trying them out, you know? Even if they don't always go over very well on the channel, I do want to try out the rat game. So scared of downloading a game in Steam because it says the gigabyte file of the game is 58 or 44. Wait, of which one, Blue? What are you talking about? You mean the rat game? Because yeah, it's pretty big. Thanks, Descendant. Appreciate you, man. Your best... Excuse me. I need... Sorry, I'm trying to think what I need for my throat. I need something. Because it's getting there. It's getting a little tight. Just gotta remember to tone it down a bit. Samir, do you think your wife can play games with you like Genshin? So there was a game that came out recently that's like Overcooked. Mariko loves Overcooked. It's her favorite game. She always wants, like, anytime we have guests over, she's like, we should play Overcooked. I hate that game. I love playing it with her though, but she's not very good at 3D games where you can control the camera. Which is very, very sweet, because in her wedding vows to me, she mentioned about like being my co-op partner and always falling off ledges and stuff. And it was very sweet. But yeah, there was a new game that came out that's like Overcooked, but you're in space. The hell was it called? Let me see here. And they ended up throwing me a key of it. And so I just looked over at Mariko and I was like, well, I guess we gotta play it. Fueled Up, that's what it's called. It's got mixed reviews, but the basic concept of the game seemed kind of cool, so we'll probably end up doing a video of that. I do want to do more like videos with Mariko just on gaming and stuff, because I remember back to when we were doing the Luigi's Mansion, but I mean that game just kind of wasn't that good, so eventually we just stopped playing it. It got too obsessed with Gooigi, man. That was every single mechanic in the game. It's like, oh, how do you get through this puzzle? Gooigi. What? We actually got 2 this time. Plate up. Let me see. Moving Out. That was the other big one that she really got into. Ooh. I have never seen this game before. I will add this to my wish list, and if it goes on sale or something. Because, yeah, that totally looks like the type of game she'd like. Otherwise, like, you guys remember... You remember when I dogged on It Takes Two or whatever and how much I hated that game? So the funny thing is, I was actually playing it with Mariko, and both of us just really didn't like it. Like, it just kind of felt pointless. It was very difficult for her because of, you know, having to control the camera with the right joystick. But even then, like, I just didn't have fun with that game, man. You should play horror games. I do. When's the Halloween update? I think it's supposed to be later today. I could be mistaken because I haven't seen a post about it, but I know that the dev live stream talked about it. How many gigabytes is Apex Legends on Steam? I have no idea. I don't play Apex. Closest I'll play is Fortnite, and I mean, honestly, I got super obsessed when Zero Build got in. I haven't played it that much since, man. This season sucks. Like, you thought last season was bad? Ooh, this new one is just terrible. Recommend focusing on getting as many dragons like as possible, Stinger. Dragons are kind of a mid to end game thing, and it's very, very like time consuming and annoying just because of how bad the like dragon coin farming is. So I don't know, it's kind of up to you. Yep, Fortnite Zero Build is a separate game mode. I would, like, genuinely, I know it sounds like super cringy and weird. Like, I hate Fortnite, but Zero Build, man, ooh. Oh, it was good fun, man. It was so fun. I think I also came around during the best season as well, because they just like started pumping vehicles into the game, and it was like Battlefield, but like kid friendly, and it was just so much more fun. Yeah, I didn't know that Played Up game was that popular. Risk of Rain 2. Yeah, I played the hell out of Risk of Rain 2. I got some videos on that on the channel already. I tried getting into it more recently. It's a bit overwhelming. Because I played it like in early access when the game was like $10 or whatever, and then yeah. Are you going for the new person in Genshin? No, Samir. I'm basically free to play in Genshin now, so I don't have Prima Gems and I haven't been grinding them. What's your favorite horror game? That is a very tough question. Does Scorn count as a horror game? It does in Atmosphere, but I never really got like super scared in that game. I guess we'll say Resident Evil Village, just because it's like such a great action game in general. But then there's the baby part. Even though Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorites. Phasmo. TF Ghost 845, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Really appreciate it, man. You will now be able to see live streams and videos early. Yay. No, thank you, sincerely. Speaking of Phasmo, you guys see that there was a big update that broke it in VR. They added custom mode to Phasmo, which was really, really cool and exciting, except it didn't add the one bit of custom that we wanted. Frankly speaking, Phasmo was the funnest when it first came out and only had like a couple ghosts. We'll do farming in a second. I'm just kind of taking a little break. But now they've got like 25 ghosts or some crap in the game. It's so stupid. The Slenderman game? Nah. So here's the thing. Even though, like, obviously I go like, huh, with the Slenderman game or Five Nights at Freddy and stuff, personally, I don't think those games are scary. I react to them the same as when you're in the theater and they have like, it's super duper quiet and then it goes bang, and of course obviously your body is going to naturally react to that, right? Jump scares, which is tacky, it's cheap, and it's not scary. Like, scary is when they end up going the extra mile and adding like a full-on atmosphere, and you're more scared of what could happen rather than what's actually happening. That's what Scorn ended up doing extremely well. Honestly, I wish Scorn leaned a little bit more heavily into being horror, because they had the atmosphere just chef's kiss. Everything was set up for that game to be horrific, and then it wasn't. I mean, it was still gruesome as hell, but... Get destroyed. Nightbot actually doing its job tonight. Let's go. Currently trying to upgrade my gems, but what is the fastest way to get gem dust? You gotta put in the effort, man. You gotta farm it. But short answer is there is a trick that you can do I would only recommend that you do this maybe with like Radiant Stellar Gems, not really anything earlier than that, because there's no point. But what you're going to do is you're going to end up taking your gem and you're going to actually level it up to 15. Because if you level it up to 15 and then you end up loot collecting that gem, you'll actually end up getting more gem dust back than you had spent to level up the gem. Which it's very handy trick. Very good for getting gem dust. You got to have the initial gem dust in order to level it up in the first place. And at like crystal gems, I think it takes like 20k flux every time you do it, but I didn't play the Mortuary Assistant. I low-key kind of want to, because that seems genuinely good and scary, where it's basically RNG scares and sometimes nothing happens at all, which is great. I thought about it. Oh yeah, don't worry, dude. I forced myself to play one of the FNAF games, and I regret it. Hey, Nogel. What up, man? Have you seen the new movie? It's one of the only horror movies I actually got scared of and grossed out by. Wait, what? Oh, is Terrifier like what it's called? The hell is this? Well, it's a horror slasher, so Marika loves those movies. Sure, I'll check that out with her. Oh, that one! I know what you're talking about. Yeah. We saw the first one. It was hilarious. We laughed our asses off. I didn't know they made a second one. Yeah, we'll check that out. Dear God, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. What is wrong with movies these days? God. These movies put me to sleep. Yeah, I got the flu today too, Blue Dot. Do you have VR? Oh yeah, I got way too much VR. I low-key want to get the PSVR 2 because it's going to have VR with Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil Village, but yeah, sorry, I didn't answer that earlier about you guys asking to join the club. I'm sorry I'm not going to do the invites right now, because otherwise I know I'll be stuck here all day inviting people one after another. Your best bet is join the Discord, and then you can at the PC invite role to get an invite. Sorry, one sec. I gotta get some water. Ugh. I wish I had like some holes or something. No, I already had my coffee. Oh, jeez. I'm kind of just waiting for this like nauseous feeling to go away so that I can so we can get back to grinding. The Resident Evil 7 VR is a mod, Yomi. I don't think it's like natively supported. Otherwise, I was looking into it, but it's just bleh. It was pretty bad when I got it set up. Yeah, no goal. Like basically, I don't know. I just don't feel too hot tonight. I got like a headache and stuff, so I think it's just like a cold now. It's not the Rona. Okay, anyways, let's get back to grinding God knows what. I don't know, U11 of Sundered, sure, why not? It was supported on PS4. Oh, then that's not VR. That means you're using a controller in your hand while having the headset and not being able to look behind you. It's not good. Trust me. That's what the PSVR 2 is supposed to be. It's more like a normal VR headset. But I can't justify dropping down $500 just to play like 2 games on a like VR console that's also going to be unsupported. Because that's the one thing that I'll say about like the VR games and stuff, man. Like the VR market is still just so bad. Marketing makes it out to be like, oh, there's so many games you can play in VR and there's nothing like it. Yes, there is nothing like playing a great VR game. But out of every VR game I have, there's maybe like 5 good ones and the rest of them suck. Not to mention, it's just too tedious to set up VR. But it's not like I dislike it. I love VR. I just want an excuse to actually use it, you know? Most games also run like ass in VR, and it's like, bruh, I've got a really good computer. Yep, Beat Saber is one of them. Beat Saber, Blade and Sorcery, Half-Life Alyx, Boneworks. Not Bone Lab. That game sucked. Apparently Scorn is going to have a VR level, if the devs actually, you know, follow through with their Kickstarter goals. Trying to think what other games I really enjoyed. Oh, I loved playing through Resident Evil 4 in VR. They actually did a really good job with that on the Quest. And I'm really looking forward to San Andreas in VR. Even though it's the old janky-ass game, it's like, let's be real here, San Andreas is probably better than GTA 5. So having that in VR, hell yeah, man. Hello? My controls? Thank you. Is this dungeon done? Yeah, it is. Wee! Oh, I mean, Sword Art Online VR. There's the closest one to that would be Zenith, which actually that's probably one of my top VR games as well. So Zenith is like, it's like Breath of the Wild as an MMO, but it's a VR game, which is great. But when you think about the fact that in VR you're gonna be like, you know, have a big thing strapped to your head and using the individual controllers and stuff to interact with things, that's really cool and everything, but doing that for like 5 hours worth, grinding like one type of enemy in an area, suddenly it's not as interesting. That was the one reason why I stopped playing Zenith, was after a while it just took way too long to grind, and it was like, Great game though. Oh, you mean like full-on Sword Art Online, like in real life, where you're in the world? Nah, that ain't gonna happen, man. That would... Not unless you're hooked up to an IV. Yeah, it gets really sweaty playing VR games. Well, it depends on the game. Depends on the game, depends on how hot it runs the headset. I do appreciate that these big game companies are trying to push, you know, push VR and make it more common, but unfortunately, you know, the best we've got is a game like Half-Life Alyx, where it took like how many devs to make that game? Like, oof. It's just too expensive to make VR games. Like, it's just not cost effective for like game developers, which is why we don't really get that great games yet, except from game companies that are literally selling their own VR headset, because then that's the investment. Valve makes a game like Half-Life Alyx specifically to sell the Index headset, just as PlayStation is suddenly making these games in VR specifically because they're trying to sell their new headset. Okay, die please. I'm shooting straight at you. Thank you. Oh. Yes, it is the Bob. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't mean to hijack the conversation with all the VR stuff. Oh, is that your alt, Dot? Why? Talking about VR makes me want to play Beat Saber. Do it, man. Go for it. Yeah, another... Oh, I keep forgetting. Another one of our favorite VR games is... Shooty Fruity. That's what it's called. That's Mariko's favorite VR game. It's kind of just a wave defense where you're shooting like at fruit. But it's actually really, really good. Yeah... Eventually, I think it'll get their water bottle, but generally, like, VR is just still too expensive and stuff. Like, the funny thing is that the Quest, they're actually doing the most, like, advanced thing for VR, where the headset itself has, like, all the power and everything in it, versus most VR headsets are kind of, like, connected to your computer or console and taking power out of that. Which is more cost effective, but as far as the consumer is concerned, the Quest is just the way to go. Yeah, it's 12 at night for me. Time do be passing like that. Probably end up hopping on our game soon. I do want to play, like I said earlier, I do want to play the New World update tonight. Well, oh, you know what I just realized? 3 a.m. is going to be the downtime for New World, so it's not going to actually be available then. That's right. So I might not get to play New World tonight after all. Rude. Oh, I'm out of pot. Die, scum. Meh. Oh well, there's other games I can play. Like Scorn again. No. Oh, I played that game too much. The New World update adds the desert, which is the new endgame area, which looks really, really dope. But I'm most of all excited about the greatsword weapon being added to the game. And, I mean, I might still play New World tonight. It depends how tired I get later, or if I start feeling like super sick. Because I think Joe was saying he just woke up, and he's got New World, so I'd be down to play it with him, even if just to revisit, like, starting areas. Oh, Joe, if you're still here, dude, when you reinstall New World, you should check and see what server you're on, because we got migrated. If you're on Valhalla, you're okay. Because that's the server we're all on. Even though that server's gonna have real big problems. Later, Dot. Have a good one, man. I've been on a schedule playing Daisy until 6 a.m. Was there an update, or you just been into it? Not that Daisy is my type of game, but I like knowing what updates are going on with what games. I just need an hour game with gear grinding like Dungeon Defenders. Dude, that's the thing. You throw me a grindy RPG and I'm there, bro. Well, I say that, but it's gotta be fun too. Like that's the thing. People always ask, like, why do you still like Trove? It's like, bruh, not only is this like just grindy, which makes my unga bunga brain go burr because I'm just slowly increasing numbers, even if just increasing inventory items. But when you look at the like movement of your character and the action combat and everything like that in this game, it's like in my mind, like, Trove is still like one of the best MMO games. Like, I honestly feel like it deserves a lot more credit than it gets. Sure, it gets laggy as hell sometimes and you're rubber banding like crazy, but that's because we can actually like jump and roll and move. Like, there's all these different movement abilities that the game is constantly calculating that ends up messing up when you start dealing with lag. Versus most MMOs, they keep you like static on the ground or have like a limited amount of jump height. You are in Valhalla, Joe? Okay. Yeah, there is a server called Valhalla. I didn't know about it. That's not what I was on, but the server just automatically migrated me because our server died. Speaking of Valhalla, Valheim, anyone? That is a good game. That's actually one of my favorite games. That's like right up there with Terraria. I actually like Valheim more than Terraria. I could honestly play that game for like so freaking long. But I'm waiting on the new update. Whee! Just being to DayZ because every year me and my buddies always play it when it gets cold outside. How nice. It's a ritual then. Don't tell Netflix. They'll make it an entire series dedicated to it. No, I haven't, Swuff. See, that's the thing. I don't like Terraria enough to play through it modded. Like, I'm just gonna say it, man. Like, I enjoyed Terraria. I enjoyed my time with it. More so, I'll say, Terraria is one of those games I really enjoyed making a presentable playthrough of videos for you guys. But myself playing the game, I wasn't as into it. I know that that might sound weird, you know. Whoops. But I don't know. It's just one of those games. Like, I tried to get into it, but I don't know. I just couldn't really get into it outside just creating content on it. People that says Terraria is 2D Minecraft should burn. It is, though. Actually, the funny thing is Terraria's got more to do with like Castlevania and stuff than it does with Minecraft. Now give me 3D Terraria. That I could get behind. I think that's why like I'm not 100% like a big Terraria fan. It is just because it's 2D. No, not Minecraft, Joe. I'm talking like so think of yeah, Minecraft gameplay, but it has Terraria's progression and all of the items, all the different weird biomes, all the different creatures, all the different loot that you can grind and stuff like that, you know? That'd be cool. I know there's Minecraft with mods, but none of them really capture that. Unfortunately, mod packs are never usually like they're not like fully fleshed out. Usually it's just kind of combining different mods together, you know, which is cool and all, but if I ever ended up getting into like modding or something, I would have the goal of making like a standalone, I guess, like Windcraft. That kind of does it. Which, oh god, speaking of which, Joe, you and I should play more Windcraft. I completely forgot about that game. Oh, man. I actually still have some Windcraft videos I haven't edited. Crap. Yeah, because I didn't have time to do that before the wedding. Ooh. Alright. That's gonna be a bit awkward. Those videos are old. Oh, God. What's your playtime on this game? On Trove? I mean, I don't know about specific playtime because the in-game playtime tracker thing, whatever, it's not accurate. What the heck? What is this dungeon? Okay. And this is why we blast our way into things. How fun is Windcraft? Oh, Windcraft is great, dude. Like, genuinely, I've just played it so much that it's kind of difficult for me to, like, super invest into it. It's also, like, you know, being a YouTuber means that I do kind of prioritize, like, when I see you guys getting less interested in the Windcraft series, I get less interested in it. But I do still want to keep playing it just because I do genuinely really enjoy that game. Like, it's really, really good. It's like just a grindy MMO game that happens to be in Minecraft. Trove on the Steam Deck? It wouldn't crash that much, man. If Trove can run on the Nintendo Switch, I think it'll be fine on the Steam Deck. The Boss Radar mod is just the Boss Radar mod by Chronicle. I have a video that talks about it. The mod that I was using at the time in that video does have different versions. So this is the advanced mod, which is a lot less intrusive, and I like it. Oh yeah, I played Warframe. I played that game until I got bored. Like, I'm very, I don't know. It's weird what I find fun and for how long I find it fun. I do not like Warframe's endgame. I just found it to be so monotonous and boring. Not to imply that I got to, like, the end game, but as soon as I got to Eidolons, it was just like, yeah, no, I'm done. Not to mention, like, I liked melee in that game. But my melee build could only carry me so far. Played Warframe until my friends quit. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know. I always found the game to be too... It's very unapproachable, you know? Like, as soon as you come across some new thing in the game, it's like there is no instructions or anything, and you gotta study up on the stupid wiki and everything. It's just, bleh. After a while, it was like, none of the info that I'd learned for Warframe would stick, you know? Later, Swaff. Have a good one, man. Thanks for coming out as long as you did, bud. Also, thank you, Usopp. Appreciate you, man. I was in time for a live stream for once. Well, you got lucky this time because we've been streaming almost 2 hours now, so yeah. I don't know how much longer we'll stream, but I don't know. I want to stream other stuff tonight is the thing. Speaking of which, okay, wait a minute. So, if the New World update is supposed to hit at 3 a.m. my time, and they said like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, so it's going to be available at 7 a.m. That's if they don't run into technical issues. Blah. Yeah, I don't know if I'll play it tonight, then we'll see. I might still be awake. But around then, there's also going to be the Trove event and everything, and yeah, I don't know. Worst case, I'll just stream New World whenever I wake up. Warframe tricks you into thinking there's a paywall to progress. I mean, there is. But it's weird, because it's kind of like a game like Trove, right? Where there is pay to win, but at the same time, the game still asks you to put in the grind time. I hope the Elden Ring dragon form or wolf form like Dark Souls or something. What? Well, they have like the dragon spells, unless you're talking about like hoping the DLC has a transformation, which, nope. Not yet anyway. I hope that it does. I really wanted it to, like, I even had like a dragon build that I was using in Elden Ring. It wasn't good, but I was like committing to using only the dragon spells, and it was interesting, but it didn't really work out. Dark Souls 3 was better than Elden Ring. Nah, man. Elden Ring was just open world Dark Souls 3, so better in my eyes. I loved Elden Ring, man. Like, that was such a good time. It's so much better with the mod as well. Like the multiplayer mod. But I just played the game to death, so it was like, yeah. Build was always lightning. Ah, yes, a faith build. Yeah, my buddy Val, he was always he moved into the faith build endgame. I moved more into like Moonveil got me through basically the entire game, which was just kind of using my own custom build, and then eventually moved into intelligence for the spells. But the magic isn't as fun for me. Not as fun as melee. And then I moved into faith build and using all the dragon spells and stuff, just so I could learn like how the strengths and weaknesses of all the different builds. And funny enough, the intelligent I still think was the best. Faith build is like good all around, whereas intelligence ended up being like really good for boss melting. Code Vein, yeah, I tried the game because I got into like the early test, like the server strain test. It was okay. It was just Dark Souls with boobs. Copy paste, generic, you know, not really anything going for it. And I'm not as much of a simp as like most gamers, so I didn't really care about that game. I mean, look at me with Genshin, man. Look at how overly critical I am about the game, and then everybody else is like, "Oh my god, this is the best game ever." Why? Because it's got anime boobs? Like, come on, man. Don't sell out that easy. It's got to be good gameplay. It's got to have a good story. You know, it's just whatever. Weird RPG. Yeah, I saw that one and I thought that's a really good title for a video. but nah. The more I looked at it, the less interested I was. All right, where's a potion? There we go. One game that I have been keeping an eye on for quite some time is what is it called? Gadonia, I think. Really impressive. It's a game made by a single dev. Apparently lots of people are reporting, like, reviewing and saying it's really, really good and has a surprising amount of content. But there's also a staggering amount of reviews that also say, like, oh, this game's amazing, but it's jank. So that's kind of been keeping me away from it. I'm up to New Game Plus 9 on it. Good lord. Is the game even fun anymore? No, I say that, but I think I got to New Game Plus 3 before I just started making new characters. Yeah, I'm not excited about Lies of P, honestly. I don't know if you saw the gameplay. It looked pretty rough. I don't know. I don't want to like take the sail out of your hype or anything, or take the wind out of your sails for the hype or anything, but I was excited about it, and then I saw it and then it was just like, nah, this ain't for me. New Game Plus 23 on God of War. Good lord. No wonder you're constantly talking about Ragnarok. I didn't know God of War was your favorite game, Potato. Man. Yeah. I know. I'm kind of the same way where I would rather try it myself as well. If they ever have a demo of Lies of P, sure, but generally from what I saw, it just wasn't as impressive as I thought it would be. Like, for me, I wanted it to do, like, anything else than just, like, be a generic Souls game. But it doesn't seem like that. Like, the main thing for me was that they had, like, these really cool, interesting ideas for Lies of P. So I saw, you know, he's got, like, this cool ability where he can, like, extend out his arm and pull an enemy towards him. And I thought, oh, well, that's pretty cool. And then later on in the gameplay demo, they show, like, a bunch of enemies throwing stuff down off of a roof, right? And then the guy that was playing the game tried using the arm to extend up to the enemy, and it couldn't grab them. And it was just, like, so disappointing. It was like, oh, so why do they even have that mechanic if they're not going to take advantage of it? Like, it just... I don't know. Oh, is it coming to day one Game Pass? Well, never mind. I'll shut my mouth. I'll definitely try it then. Yeah, I didn't know that. I wonder if Callisto Protocol is supposed to come to Game Pass day one. Or Dead Space. That would be cool. Save me some money. Because Callisto Protocol ain't looking that great, man. I'm excited for it just because it's the original Dead Space devs, but I don't know if it looks as good as Dead Space, you know? Anything Nordic, I'm all for it. Ah, yes, then you should be playing Valheim a lot. It's Terraria Nordic, basically. Yeah, that was the biggest thing with Neo and Code Vein, was the level design just wasn't as good as other Souls games. I don't know, like, these games that emulate Souls games are good, but they're always kind of missing something, you know? I'm excited to see what Team Ninja does with Rise of the Ronin, though. Whoa. What? Why can't I jump? What's happening? That was weird. Forspoken. Nah, I'm not excited about that one at all, man. Sorry to say. My stat with the Chaos Flare has been swapped from crit damage to physical damage instead of light 7 times now. Yes. Beautiful. You mean the Pearl has been swapped to that, right? Because you can't swap the stat into light, if that's what you mean. I'm assuming you know, and have just gotten that unlucky. In which case, yep, that's the problem with the gems in Trove. Yeah, the story in Forspoken's why I'm not, like, interested in it. The gameplay looks kind of solid, but it also looks kind of generic to me. But the story, like, as soon as it was like, oh, you're warped into this RPG world, and you're a modern girl teenager with modern girl problems, and it was just like, get out of here. I don't want to play Netflix the video game. Why can't I just be like some dark wizard? I don't know. Don't you ever get bored of playing Shadowhunter? No, you would think so, but it's still my favorite class, man. I know you guys probably get bored of watching me on it, but to me it's like, I'd rather like have fun playing this game than force myself to play a class that I don't really enjoy that much. Not to say I dislike the other classes, but Shadowhunter's just the funnest for me. Oh, a fantasy world of Infamous. Ooh. Okay, that has me a little bit more interested, I'm not gonna lie. Where you at, weird boss thing? Oh. Random mob, I mean. Wee. Do I need pots? Yeah, soon. Soon, TM. A new Overlord game. Didn't they make 2 of those and then unfortunately that series flopped? Those ones were alright. They weren't great. They weren't like genre bending or anything, but how would you recommend getting higher power rank than 20k? Your gear can go up to crystal, you can get better gems, augment your gems, get dragons. That's basically the main things that may or may not be lacking on your account. Why am I even doing these dungeons? I don't know. Oh, your game's gonna be Norse potato? But you said there's like a samurai in it. Just give me Assassin's Creed like in Japan, dude. I'm really excited for that one. Yeah, unfortunately, so Ash, I mean, I'm sure you're probably in the loop with all that stuff. But Stalker 2 is being developed by a Ukraine company. So we're probably not going to see that game for a very, very long time. Devs ended up actually having a really cool video at one point talking about like how they're still working on the game while struggling with everything that's going on. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, we're not going to get this game for a long time. Which, I mean, obviously, you know, they got to prioritize what's going on in their lives right now, but they even showed, like, in the video, it was kind of like a mini documentary. And literally they showed, like, what was it? Like their coder is like a gunner and stuff, you know, like watching the borders and junk. It's just crazy, man. Crazy to think that something like that's going on in the world. Like Assassin's Creed Japan. Yeah, Yomi, didn't you check it out already? What was it? Like Code Red? Assassin's Creed Code Red? I freaked out when they announced that, man. I lost it. Because I was just talking about it like over and over with my buddies. Like, why don't they just do Assassin's Creed in Japan? And there's this famous quote from the lead developer of Assassin's Creed. That was basically saying like, oh, we'll never do it in Japan because there's just no market for it and blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, you idiot. Like, and now he's going back on his word saying like, oh, we always wanted to do it in Japan. Uh-huh. Stupid money-hungry CEO. Like, he'll just say whatever he needs to get the share price up. They can't fire him. He's the leader. Like, he's the CEO, man. But legit, dude, I'm so stoked for the Assassin's Creed Japan. Like, oh, that one's supposed to come out like, I think that one might be next year. Is it? Or did it not have a release date? Maybe it didn't have a release date. Right, because Mirage is next year. Yeah. I don't know how hyped I am for that one. Yeah, I think Mirage will be a good game. Oh, excuse me. I just don't know how interested I am, like, in that title personally. Because it's not gonna have all the RPG stuff, which I actually really like in the Assassin's Creed games, even though everyone dogs on it. Oh, hey, Voodoo. What up, man? Yeah, we're just chilling. Before, I'll probably end up streaming something else pretty soon, even though I just keep saying that, but... Oh, I am low on pots. What's happening here? There we go. A leak on the Assassin's Creed Japan? Really? I think it's too early for there to be leaks on that stuff. I mean, if there is, cool. But no, it was an official announcement, and they didn't really show like anything. They basically just showed like the title header, and that was it. Oof. Yeah, I really liked Assassin's Creed Origins, but the only one thing that I will say about those games is they're too long. I didn't beat Origins because it was just like, okay. Never beat any of them. Yeah, exactly. They go on for too long, man. And then eventually you get to that point where it's like, you can't go to the next region until you grind a bunch of monotonous side quests. I still had my fun with it. I think I put like 20 or 30 hours into it, which was fine, but I'm not the biggest fan of the theme. I know I'll beat the Assassin's Creed Japan, though, for sure, because it's Japan. Give it to me. Ugh. I guess we'll just go north to stupid Candyland. Why not? Or I should just go to a new biome. I don't know. Oh, then you'll probably really like Assassin's Creed Mirage water bottle, because that one's like stripping it back to being like what the old games were like, where there's no RPG and you just use your gadgets and junk. Oh my god, look out guys, a giant chocolate dragon. Alright, let's kill him. Just because. Die, Choco Bako. He exploded. Ow. Acid chocolate. A pure medieval Assassin's Creed? Yeah, that would actually be really cool. Because they haven't done something like that, right? Like, they always kind of have it themed in, like, Norse and Renaissance and all that era junk. Which is cool, but I would get behind an Assassin's Creed that was, like, with knights and castles and junk like that, dude. Which, I guess the old school Assassin's Creed kind of was during that time, but obviously the guards and everything was the enemies rather than you yourself being able to wear all the gear. Hello, Candyman, die. Where is this? There you are. So it's come to this, fool. Oh my god, why is he so tanky? There. Man alive. I don't like this biome, dude. That's why I keep trying to avoid it, but it's just, there's so many of it, unfortunately. Oh, they had a roguelike mode in Valhalla? That seems cool. Yeah, Valhalla's on Game Pass as well. No, it was. Not anymore. That's right. Or maybe it is again. I forget. Origins and Odyssey are Game Pass. Right. Yeah, because they keep swapping them around because the license doesn't last that long. Because I think Valhalla and stuff are on the PlayStation's Game Pass thing right now. So they try not to have them conflict. How much light do you recommend for U11 farming? 7k and up at the minimum. And even then you're going to be struggling a little bit. Oh lord, my throat's getting tight. You know what? That's enough of farm in this area. Let me also take a quick peek here. How do you think they can buff Pirate Captain to make him more viable? Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good right now, honestly. I mean, I guess in a way, yeah, he's still kind of lacking, but as with any class in this game, all I would really do is just make it so that more of the abilities scale off of attack speed. That's the easy way. Not that you could do most of that with Pirate Captain, unfortunately. But more movement speed abilities. That'd be the big one. Oh yeah, okay. So that Rat Plague Tale Requiem game or whatever is already out. Sweet. Yeah, I might try that tonight. We'll see. I still got Deathloop installed. Not anymore. I mean, let's be real here. They need a quality of life update for a lot of classes. Most of all, it's the older ones, right? Like, they just feel very dated. Like, I still would argue that the classes that need it most would be like Knight and Gunslinger and stuff like that. What is this? Oh, that's the new biome stuff. Okay. Am I storing these? Yes, I am. 603. Wow. I've got so many of them, you guys. Yeah, I wasn't super into Deathloop. Deathloop basically was like the Hitman game, but not as good as Hitman. That's my thoughts towards it anyways. Oh my god, you guys, we've got 2 pinatas to throw down. This is it. I'm gonna get the Paragon wings, you guys. Whoa. No, I just got Flux instead. Oh, you know what I should probably do? There's those new costumes, right? Should probably craft them. Is there any of these that I should actually bother getting right now? I don't really care because I don't main any of these characters right now, but... Oh yeah, the Vanguard one was a really good one, that's right. It's just mastery. I'll do that after. Okay, I'll chill with you guys for a little bit more, answer some more questions you guys got before hopping on a different game. I also need to take a little bit of a break and see if we have cough syrup or something. Something that can, like, coat my throat. Maybe I'll just make, like, tea and honey or something. Oh, excuse me. They could give Pirate Captain movement speed boost when he uses his 1, but increase its cooldown. If enemies destroy his 1, he loses the movement speed as well. I think maybe on successful taunt they could give movement speed. Or when they explode, they could, or something. I don't know. Watched a couple of your videos already since a couple years ago. Ah, yes, Ray. Welcome. This is modern me, where I have lost my enthusiasm. Yeah, Matheson. I already did have a video highlighting all those new costumes, so I know how good they are. They're really, really cool. They're some of the best costumes Trove's ever gotten, actually. See, the thing is, Pirate Captain, when you throw down, like, all of his turrets and everything, he's actually really, really powerful right now. After the Shadowhunter rework update, they made him super duper chunky. Like, he's really strong. But most people don't really give that much credit to him, just because the way that his gameplay works, he's kind of like... He's one of those characters like the Tomb Raiser where he takes a while to build up his damage in one specific location. Vanguard being a superhero with his flight. Where the longer you fly, the faster he goes. Could you imagine? Yeah, I do think that would be cool. Have you played Scorn? Yes, I already finished it. It's on the channel. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'll probably try and put out my Scorn review later today. That so far is my game of the year. Well, I guess Elden Ring is, obviously. But but I loved Scorn, man. That was such a good game. What's the best speedrun class in your opinion? For speed farming, Neo Ninja, hands down. It's the fastest class. It's got the most consistent speed, and after recent updates, has damage that can just annihilate enemies really, really quickly. Oh, I know Water Bottle. There are so many class ideas that I had for this game that I wish. Here, let me skim through these. I'm not going to go in detail with them, but I wrote down all the class ideas I wish were in Trove, because I want to have a video to kind of explore that idea more, but I want a two-handed samurai class, a Darth Maul staff-wielding class, a spider body archer that does poison damage, or an alchemist that throws poison, so, you know, like a witch doctor or something. Werewolf fist class with a Van Helsing gun in its human form, so it would be basically like Pirate Captain, but you could use your ult or something to turn into a werewolf and swap to melee. Dual dagger thief character like Neo Ninja, but not. A Spartan class with a shield, so similar to Revenant, but focusing more on aggression. Quietly builder? What the hell does that mean? Oh, right. I had that idea years ago where one of the things that I feel Trove is really lacking with the different classes is them having, like, being less humanoid, right? Like, almost all of them are the exact same. They're slightly taller or shorter than each other, but they don't really end up changing that much, like, in terms of their gameplay. And I always thought, like, back when I first started the game, how cool it would be to have, like, a character where it's, like, way bigger than all the others. Maybe it can't even use a mount, or if it can, it looks goofy. But he's got, like, a big log over his shoulder and just does, like, big sweeping damage. And then you could have, on the opposite side of the spectrum, a class that is literally 1 cube tall, so you could fit in 1 block spaces and stuff. And it just... that's what I feel Trove really, really needs at this point. Because, I mean, if we're looking at all these classes and how similar a lot of them are becoming to each other... Solarian. It basically just rips off a lot of the Shadowhunter abilities. I mean, I kind of just want to see more variance, not necessarily in terms of their abilities, just because they can't really do that much else with them, you know? What does this guy say? It me, Nintendo Golfer. Oh, I didn't know Joe was down here. That is where he belongs, though. What about this guy? DZ Peasy is a loser, but don't tell him I said that. Oh, I mean, it's true. He did abandon us. He was a really good friend of mine, and he just outright disappeared. We don't know what happened to him. Got any more of them chaos cores? They taste nice. What was wrong with me? Why did I think these things were funny? Yeah, later, Yomi. Have a good sleep, bud. You know what we should do? A gut style character. Yeah, I know. There's so many, like, class ideas that we could have. Isn't this a secret way out? Oh, is it not? Oh, there it is. Aha! Dude, we even squeezed mushrooms in there, too. Beware of hole. Oh. Yeah, if you added me, I'll do / accept all friends. There we go. That's what I really gotta do, is I gotta do like a world tour as a live stream, just because it's gonna be like over an hour anyway. Some say if you throw enough flux into this pond, a fairy will give you better items. Sounds pretty weird, but I hear she's hot. Alright, that's pretty good. Have you seen my husband? Ah, yes, the goblin wife. I remember the origin of this character. Oh, man. These comment boards are years apart, dude. It's crazy. And look, there's the husband. Sorry, fella, no fatties allowed. Heh, don't tell him. But I'm not the bouncer. They wouldn't let me in either. Come on, dude, just let me in. No, you suck. Dude, that Cubesley is so hot. I'm seeing a recurring theme here with the jokes. This place rocks, is what I keep telling myself, because what I truly feel is nothing but pain after a wizard cursed me to become Jade. Yes. Hey, dude, have you seen my friend? I asked... Whoop! What just happened? I asked him to go get me a drink like years ago. Oh! God, I don't remember what the reference was to this character, but this was referencing like a really old thing back in the old school Team Pixel. Crap. My username's just Scyushi, man. Come on. It's literally my YouTube. Time to get jiggy with it, my dudes. Now performing Bob and Todd. Ah, yes, that's a Mario reference. Ignore Bernie over there. He always complains, but at the end of the day, he's just the bass player. This is an inside joke between like me and my brother. Bob and Todd, Bob and Todd, Bob and Todd, Bob and Todd. It's always Bob and Todd. What about me? I'm the real genius. Wait, then why is he talking about Bernie? Oh, this guy's Bernie. That's why. Chicken is a real band leader. He doesn't write songs or anything. He's just the leader for some reason. Yes. This is beautiful. I say, my good sir, your face is so ugly that it makes me want to spit on it. Oh, God. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer, is what you imagine they'd say if they weren't a prop item. I love how meta all this is. Hey, Decay. What up, man? Is there anything else, or is that it for this area? I feel like that was it, except... Yeah, I guess that was. Did we add anything in here? The ye old Trove house and home. Oh, right! Because this is like a weird framework. Yeah. A JoJo character where he has a stand? Yeah, that would be cool. That's what I mean, dude. Like, we need more inventive ideas with the classes in this game. You know what I mean? Why? Weird. Is that it? Good God. Imagine climbing this ladder from freaking Metal Gear 3. Is there nothing else in here? Oh man, I remember this. Man, why did Merc stop playing video games, dude? It was so fun, like, screwing with him all the time and just playing games with him and stuff. And I think because he had a brother and he was really close to him too. Like, Merc had very similar sense of humor to me. Shh, I'm hiding and spying on the owls. Have you seen my brother? I think they captured him. Well, we'll find out. Oh, right, I remember this. This was a build that got, like, abandoned. Yeah, this was... I remember when Mark ended up building this. I remember the evil chickens. Yeah, man. It was fun creating all of that lore for the game. Because we know the game didn't have it. I think the owls was kind of like a nod to the evil chickens, but... Be careful, this place is said to be haunted by ghosts. Yeah, I can see them. The hidden training grounds. Ah, yes. I remember. Yeah, and then isn't there like a building up over here too? I mean, obviously this is just the, you know, this is new Team Pixel stuff, not the old stuff, which is miles out. It's just simple things that make life worth living. Sure, I could move to the city, but how can I carry all of this gold down the mountain? Ah, yes, so he's worried about his money. Greetings, hero. I'm George Washington. Oh, right, the painting, because for some reason that's in this game. Play me a song and I may reward you with a kiss. At this moment, you realize you're imagining things. I like how it always has, like, a dark tone. Every single time it's a dark twist where it's like, oh, get wrecked. You're an idiot. Right, this was my... Actually, this still is one of my favorite spots in Team Pixel. I forgot how beautiful this view was, dude. Look at this. We don't get to spend enough time in this biome, like just farming. Still is the best biome in the game, in my opinion. And I really like how all of this generated. A new NPC. Who are you? I forgot about you. The people who constructed this dance club are so environmentally friendly that they left my mountains intact. Ah, yes, because there has to be lore why we didn't destroy the mountains. It me, Bobo. Oh. Ah, that makes me sad. That was our cat, who is long perished. All right, where's oh, you know what we could do? We'll go to the docks. Mark went crazy in that area, as far as I remember. Wait, what is this? Pinata party? I thought this was a pizza party. Ah, yes. Give me pass blocks, right? Welcome to our quaint little harbor, yo. Yeah, that's totally something Mark would write. Yeah, because I remember like suddenly just logging in and this was built. Like he just suddenly just did it. I don't think there's too much NPCs here that talk. But most of all, he was really into making these little market square things, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, Pixel Harbor by Merc. Yep. Just because I'm a chicken doesn't mean I can't try to make my way in the world. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, and then this. So this is a problem with Trove builds in general, because you put the rug down and the rug box is actually getting in the way of this sign. I'm trying to start my own market, but the only thing I have to sell is this carpet. A single carpet. That's it. Ooh. That's kind of cool. What can I get you, bud? Yeah, it's just... Some of this is just in-lore roleplay stuff. Speaking of which... Ah, yes, the water temple. Man, I remember these builds. These were some of my last builds. These were pretty fun, though. What the heck is this? Why is this even here? Welcome to Delve Island. Please enjoy your stay. This is where we used to put delve portals. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. Because I think... Is the biome open? No, it's not anymore. That's right. This one... Oh, man. This build sucked, though, because it was like... Building on water is just not fun. Because I had to, like... fill this whole area in with blocks and then remove it just so that the water would function properly, because otherwise right outside the wall it's... Yeah. But I like it. I approve of this. And then there's the fire one. Oh, okay, potato. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's right. Yeah, back when the C4 bug was in the game and then I got in trouble. Welcome to my hot springs, my dude. What's with the glowing blocks? I guess they're supposed to be bubbles? I don't know. I remember we had to squeeze that hot spring in there just because it didn't really fit with the rest of the mountain. I can't believe these guys. They keep kicking me out every time I try to enter the volcano. All I did was watch them while they sleep. I mean, look at him. Look at this abomination here. Good God. Oh yeah, we can get to 40k PR and up now. Some sure, because we got crystal gems in the game. Look at this abomination. Please do not be afraid of my T-pose. Ah, that was when T-posing first came out. The meme, I mean. Woof. That yellow is a bit hurtful on the eyes, but... Help, help, I can't get out of here because I only have one jump, lol. Oh, man, I'm still getting hurt even though I have more than one jump. My name is Todd. To the right of me is my son, Jonathan. What? Oh, the egg. I like it. This was before the Atlas was in the game, I think. Wait, where was the spot to progress? Yeah, there we go. There's a secret hidden inside the giant gem. Well, I guess it's not a secret if he knows about it, right? That was my favorite thing about, like, making builds, was making, like, paths and stuff that just kind of made sense. Well, not that it made sense, but... Is there a way to get in here? How do I get in the gem to see the secret? Oh, there it is. Oh, God. Ah, yes. Critter is in here, of course. You guys didn't expect this at all. Let's go see... Now that I saw the lava area, I want to go and see lava runners. I like how suddenly I'm just, like, exploring things. Use only one jump to avoid the lava. Touching lava means you start over and make it to the top of the tower. Yeah, this was actually really hard to do back in the day. It's actually going to be harder now because my movement speed is so high up. But basically that would be the trick, is trying to get through this all the way. Because I remember there was one stream specifically when my brother and I were streaming this game. And there was one dungeon inside the lava biome where the bottom of it didn't generate properly, and so the lava would just fall straight into the cave. And so right then and there, we just thought like, dude, that's such a fun little mini game, trying to get all the way to the end to grab an item while the lava is coming down and slowly locking off your path, you know? That would be really cool as like a genuine mini game in Trove. Ugh. So far so good. I think this is gonna be the hardest part. It physically hurts me how fast I can move. No. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. That jump is so difficult because I'm so speedy. Oh man, I'm failing so hard at this. I was doing so good before. I wonder if I could have just made the whole jump over to here, honestly. Oh, that's a hard one. Jeez. There we go. And then you make it up to the flag. Yay. I think we made this back when one jump was like the standard, and then they added 2 jump. That's why we had to have the sign talk about it. Anyways, I'm sorry guys. I don't mean to just wander around and explore the club, but... Oh yeah, we used to have references to Crichton like all over the place. Anytime we would have that penguin. Oh man, I miss PvP. You guys talk about Shadow Towers? I miss PvP, dude. That was so fun. Wait, why doesn't this have... Credit Bear says, welcome to... Oh, there it is. Valor Warriors PvP map. Hot Dog City. Yeah, oh, Kiera. And then Fatal, he was cool. He kind of lost his mind. And then, who Scythe plays? Yeah, man, when they ended up adding, like, the PvP, it was so fun. Just building maps and stuff for a while. I'm still really proud of, like, all these PvP maps we made. Like, even this was, like, our first one, and we just kept slowly refining it and making it tighter and tighter, and it was just... It was really good experience for me in terms of like map building for like PvP matches. Not that I can take all the credit because obviously I had a lot of help with this, but I really liked it. And the one thing that I always ended up doing in all the maps is making it so that the blue team would always be a blue color palette so that you would know, or at least as best as you could, you would know what side of the map you were on. Speaking of which, oh, I could have made it so that these trees on this half were blue. That would have been nice to sell it. Because otherwise you can see even over here, like all of the blocks in these builds are hot blocks. So they're like red. And then I really liked this mine area. This one was cool. Because back when the PvP was just added, like lava was really, really deadly. So you had to actually be really cautious going through here. And then this used to be a pathway through, but we removed it for some reason. I think because like nobody really went over there, so we just got rid of it or something. Come to think of it, nowadays, what I would have done is open the middle part of this up so that there would be another way out. And in kind of maybe in the middle of the map there would be like a dug hole or something, because otherwise you're kind of stuck down there the entire time and there's not really any way for anybody to retaliate. Yeah, look, we even have a hole right here. Yeah. And then down here, I think this is the spot. Yeah, this is what's locked off. I don't really know why. Oh, I remember why. Because otherwise red side had multiple ways to get into the tunnel, but the blue side didn't. That's right. And then there was this area, which this, I remember winning so many games coming from this side because nobody knew about it but me, because I built the map. But we've got an equivalent over here on the blue side too. It's actually a little quicker to get up onto this tree, but whee! Anyways, nostalgia. Blarg. Excuse me for getting absorbed in the past. Yeah, no, I know. That's the thing, Water Bottle, is like the PvP just doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. Because so many of the classes are just broken. Like, I wish that they would just kind of take, like, you know how Bomber just makes whatever class you're playing doesn't matter? Give me that, but with the PvP. I get it. It kind of defeats the purpose, because obviously you have all the different abilities that you got to balance and everything, but I don't know. I think if they made it so that the PvP skills stayed different from the actual, like, open world skills, I think that would have been really cool, because I really enjoyed playing PvP with you guys back in the day. Like, it was just so mindless and fun, and being able to play on our own maps. Like, Bomber Royale is cool and everything. It would be great if we could play on our own custom maps for Bomber, but even then I don't think it would have the same appeal as, like, PvP/CTF. But anyways, thank you guys for coming out. Really appreciate it. Hope you had fun. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break, take a peek and see what is coming out soon tonight, because I want to stream some other stuff is my point, but I'm probably gonna take a quick little break, see if I can find some medicine, and then we can stream some more stuff. So if you guys want to come to that, cool. If not, I mean, that's cool too. But we should have the Halloween event or Shadow's Eve event later today, if I'm not mistaken, I think. But anyways, love you guys, hope you had fun.